Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. John here. It's time to start building our dreams, and we are at Overland of America out in Jay, Oklahoma. Thanks to Robbie and everybody that puts on this event. It's going to be an awesome event. Last year was our inaugural event. It went so well. It's twice the size and twice the number of vendors as they had last year. We actually came all the way from Georgia with our friends from Super Overland Outfitters. We do a lot in the Southeast. We've done Jeep Beach, Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, a whole lot of other things. So this is our first show west of the Mississippi. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you would, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get the notifications, and keep coming back for more. And oh, by the way, guys, Curry Extreme 60s now on the Jeep Gladiator. You'll notice the 8 lugs. Rampage, again, I think it's probably one of the baddest Jeep Gladiator overland builds on the East Coast. So stick around, we're gonna have a great time. Hold on.
I can get paid for this. Like I thought it would be.
And as long as I've been married to my wife, it's the reason I still have the truck. Sure, I'm selling. Proved we are. And now you're on the Jeep family. Yeah. You're into racing.
Overland of America. This is our second year here.
Yeah. I'm like the Facebook movie.
Because we gotta get you home.
Pointing at. Hi guys, so we're on our way over to Overland of America, and we stopped by our friends at Super Overland Outfitters. We tested out a little bit of the flex, and we'll throw some pictures up there of Rampage on the rocks. But we're getting ready to roll out to Overland of America. Super Overland is basically bringing their whole shop. We'll do our normal vendor tours and everything else, but if you are in the Gainesville, Atlanta area and you're interested in overland builds, this is a huge shop. They got a lift, they got tools, they can mount and bounce tires, they can do it all here. They've got their Gladiator build going out there. And over here in the showroom, so whether it's a Jeep, Toyota, Ford, Chevy, whatever it is, they can basically put it together for you. And they're very passionate about overlanding. So not only the off-road aspect, but also the camping aspect. And they've got all kinds of stuff, you know, from real truck, bed roll-ups, bumpers, worn winches, and, you know, tents, awnings, showers, you name it. If you need electrical, they can do the wiring for you. They can do a little bit of everything. So over here they got a couple of ARB fridges and a lot of space. If you're in the Southeast and maybe there's a project that you don't feel comfortable with, or you just want to leave it to the pros to take on, Super Overland Outfitters got this huge facility dedicated to building your overland dream. That being said, they're finishing up some work on their truck over here on the Super Duty, and we're going to hit the road and we're going to head out to Overland of America. And by the time you guys see this, we'll probably be there on ground unless some shenanigans happen between now and then. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. guys, so it's next morning. We're on our way out to Overland of America. It's going to be a great time. Just want to show you a little bit more about, Super Overland. They've got a wide offering of tents. We stay at this little park here. I'll give you a little show. But you got this one, Tough Stuff tent, Tough Stuff Overland. The one JC's in, that one is a Free Spirit. One Brian was in, that's a 23-0. And then, they sell the wide array. They've got extrusion overland racks. They can get you whatever you want if you need a build. So Caesar's truck is just awesome. This Ford, it pulls a trailer like nothing's behind it. He's got this nice Fab Forge bumper with horn winch. This roof rack up here is really nice. Wish I had something like that for my Ram. And then he's got the Lightner bed rack system back here. And if you're an overlander or just a weekend warrior, having something you can use for overlanding or work, like this is perfect. And then they've got these little pull behind trailers. Got the Rustic Mountain Patrol Series trailers here. Everything's super compact, so if you just want to go out for a weekend, you can grab a trailer. If you don't want to do the overland thing full time and have it on top of your vehicle, the trailer is another popular option. And those things are like super durable. It opens up and it's a huge like bathtub that you can just fill with gear. But we're gonna head out to Overland of America and hope to see you guys there. Also, we're sporting the Overland South shirt from where we did the media coverage last year. Overland South coming up in November. So if you guys see this video, go check out Overland South. It's just outside of Charleston, South Carolina. There's 35 miles of trails, loose sand to mud pits everywhere. But basically it helps keep the trails knocked down. And then they have a really awesome challenge course that they put a lot of hard work into to go out there and test your vehicle. Again, it's not Jeeps only, it's whatever type of overland vehicle you have. There's a Subaru out there just tearing it up, but they didn't care what they did to their Subaru, it looked like. But it's just about getting out there, camping, and having a good time. They also have a lot of classes too, so check them out at Overland South. Guys, we are getting close, so trying to find the Overland of America venue.
Yep, but these were the whoopties that I was talking about. I was like, dude, I remember the whoopties. Paved this. The paved last time. This was kind of bumpy. Yeah, this whole thing's been repaved. Yeah, the hill climb. And it's right up ahead on the right.
We're here, we're at Overland of America. Check it out. So if you haven't seen Sully, this is Ozark Overland's awesome Jeep Gladiator build on 38s, and he wheels this thing everywhere. He's got the new Bill Stein DSCs, which are super cool. I like them. We talked to Bill Stein up at Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. It's just cool, I followed the build, followed the adventures, and Matt has an awesome Jeep, and he drives it. And he's got his Band-Aids over here, and they don't look that deep on camera, but he's almost flat in the entire corner. So he's got R-Tech bumpers, he's got a slide out, he's got the little grid system, which we're going to talk to the company who makes the grid system a little bit later. But definitely cool seeing Sully in person. We'll go see who else we can find today. Guys, AEV brought out all their stuff. They got a small booth, but you know, they're still here representing. They've got one of their Gladiator builds as well as a Bison build here. AEV, of course, they make the snorkel we run. We ran one on our white Jeep, and we've run one on Project Rampage. All right, guys, we're with Bill. We didn't get to talk to you guys at Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, but you guys are here as storytellers. This is what, your second trip to Overland of America?
Yeah, this is our second trip here. Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion was a fun event. But
yeah.
This is incredible.
Right.
Here in Jay, Oklahoma, Overland of America. This is our second year here.
Yeah.
Last year was their first year, and it has grown quite a bit this year. It's an incredible venue, location. In addition to having the booths here for the vendors, there's a lot of different stuff for the spectators as far as trails.
Yeah.
The lazy river, the swimming pool.
Right.
All the stuff.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of the premier events, I think, in the future.
Absolutely.
And we're happy to be here. They've invited us to be a featured storyteller. So
awesome. Saturday
night, we're going to be premiering a video that we've not put out on any social media or YouTube or anything yet. So it'll kind of be of a world premiere here.
Yeah.
And then in another week or so, you'll be able to see that video on YouTube.
Yeah.
But if you guys are here at Overland of America, be sure to check it out, along with the other storytellers.
Yeah, absolutely. I know they brought in a lot of creators from, you know, across the country. This is our first show west of the Mississippi. So, like, I'm seeing companies, I'm going to get to show them, you know, stuff I've never seen before shows.
Yeah, to get back on or get on this side of the Mississippi, you start seeing all new vendors, just like you were saying. But yeah, Robbie and Chris has done an awesome job bringing storytellers. You got Baker Overland, you got Independent Overland, Matt and Cara with Ozark Overland Adventures.
Yeah, we just saw Sully, so that's awesome.
Yeah, Carrie and Trail Traveler here, and Shaun Walford with Story Till Now. So,
awesome.
They got some really neat channels here, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
Well, Bill, I'm sure we'll see you again at Save next spring, so thanks again.
Thank you.
Let's build Overland of America. Cool grenadier. All right, guys, we're over here with TMAT. We got Brock and Amanda, makers of the TMAT. This is our first show, as we were just talking about, west of the Mississippi. This is a new product I haven't seen before, but I did see it in the back of Matt's Gladiator as we got a close look at Sully a few minutes ago. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys. So Brock, tell us about TMAT and kind of what you guys do.
So TMAT is a cargo organization system. It's grid-based. It's made up of these 12x12 panels, and we also have some smaller 2x12 strips. So basically the idea of this system is you snap all of these panels together in whatever cargo area you have, a truck bed, an RV storage, anything like that.
Right.
And you've got different kinds of blockers here. So we've got our tight fit blocker that fits in there, you know, pretty snug. Nice. Our adjustable blocker for those weird shaped cargos, and then our light duty blockers that you use for things like groceries. So,
cool.
Yeah. And so if you want to step over here.
Yeah. Amanda was showing me this, but I didn't have my camera, but this is actually like a bed slide, right?
Yes. So the nice thing about TMAT is it's got a real nice slick surface on the bottom.
Yeah.
So you can just slide all your stuff in, slide it all in, and with the blockers, everything stays in place.
Yeah. So I think it's cool for a simple fact. I've got a dedicated Overland build, but I know so many people that use their Gladiator, their Tundra as a pickup, but they also want to be able to, you know, carry their Overland gear and all that. So I think you guys make a good solution.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, another great part, like you're saying, is that you unload the mat. The mat weighs probably 10-ish pounds. You take it right out, put it inside of your garage, and put some big stuff in, or
awesome.
Dump a load of gravel in there.
And then what's kind of the price point on a system like this, or is there a base system and then tiers from there?
Basically, the size of your bed dictates what kit you get.
Okay.
So a Tacoma's on the smaller mid-size side, which runs about $300 a kit. Full 8-foot long bed runs about $400 a kit. So
cool. Yep. And then if somebody wants to find out more information about you guys, what's the best way to find you?
Find us. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and you can go see us on our website at tmat.com.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys, we're with Brent, and I think we talked to you like at AVR last year, so it's been a little while, but tell us about Foxhole Overland, because you guys are from the low country, too.
Yeah, so we're located in Sylvania, Georgia. That's about an hour north of Savannah or an hour south of Augusta.
Yeah.
So kind of right on the coast area right there. We're out here at the Overland of America. We've had it for a year or two, dragging it around.
Right.
It has 35-inch tires, 3,000-pound timber and suspension. It's 23-0, 270-degree awning, 23-0 Kalahari Pro, fully welded tent, 95-quart Dometic refrigerator, 400 amp hours of batteries, and some other odds and ends, jacks, cooktops, water heaters, road showers, and all of that type stuff. Yeah. And then we also have our Gen 4 trailer we've added about 6 inches of height to it. Yeah. And then we put a full aluminum skin on it. It's got all aluminum powder coated trim. This one's got a 65-quart Dometic refrigerator in it with a custom slide. Cabinetry, still has a queen size bed, still has a 3,000-pound timber and suspension. This one's on 31-inch tires. And everything else is pretty well similar to our trailers in the past, but just upgrading to a nice wrap to give you a little more character, a little differentiation between your trailer and the next guy's trailer. So you can get this in green, you can get it in brown, you can get it in orange, you can get it in, several other colors. So it's basically what we brought with us this year.
So what would kind of be the price point or price range for trailers?
This trailer right here is going to be around $26,000 as equipped. This trailer right here, to reconstruct it and build it like that, we're probably close to $60,000 to rebuild this one. Yeah, with all of the appurtenances that are on it.
And it's a tough built trailer, like you said. It's on 35s. It's ready to go explore.
It's absolutely 100% one of the toughest trailers you could possibly buy, with frame and suspension, fully welded, built to be drug and bounce.
If somebody wants to find out more about Foxhole Overland, where should they go?
So you can find us on all of the Facebook and Instagram at Foxhole Overland, and you can also find us at foxholeoverland.com.
All right, thanks, sir.
All right.
So lots of equipment out here. They got some air hubs and Morphlate systems, chairs and fire pits. A lot of cool builds. Over here you got X-Grid campers. They've got all kinds of cool trailers, full build outs, rooftop tents, and everything else. So we found the pink Gladiator from Ozark Overland Adventures. Ryan, tell us a little bit about, Explore Elevate and what you guys do.
Absolutely. So Explore Elevated is based out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and we specialize in truck top campers. So we got the Ozark Overland Adventures rig here, and they're displaying our Gladiator truck top camper.
Cool.
And so with all of our truck top campers, we have the honeycomb interior molly panels. What makes us the most unique truck top camper company in the world is that we have integrated locks to the factory fob. So all 3 doors will lock up for you just with the touch of a button. On the interior of the truck top camper, we have a few things going on. We have the versatility for a lot of space, having the sliders forward with the mattress folded. But if you want to get your sleeping arrangements situated, it's easy to do. All you do is slide out the slider, get your mattress in place, and then our grates come down on hinges.
Nice.
That way you can be, fully up there and making sure that nothing's coming down as you're sleeping. So super ergonomic and easy to deploy and stow away. So when you do want the space, when you're hanging out, it's just easy to slide this on back.
Awesome. And if somebody wants to find out more information,
absolutely,
Explore Elevated, where do they need to go?
So definitely jump onto our website, exploreelevated.com. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. So get out there and check out these truck top campers.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So we're here with Marty, and Marty is representing Road Armor, which is a company I've known for years. Haven't ever got to meet anybody who's actually selling the products, but by reputation, an outstanding company. And then you're also with the Off-Road Gear guys. So Marty, tell us, what's new for Road Armor, and then tell us a little bit about what Off-Road Gear guys does.
Well, first off, Road Armor has been in the industry for years and years, and in the last couple of years, they were bought out by Morton Industries.
Okay.
American company, use American-made steel.
Yeah.
100% of our products are made in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Finest quality control, the best products, and most innovative. If you look at some of the products that we're coming out with, really built well. As far as I'm concerned,
ranch-style bumpers, ranch-style grill guards.
Yes, 100% welded. Lifetime structural warranties on every product that we manufacture for Road Armors, and that's one of the reasons Off-Road Gear guys chose Road Armor as their manufacturer,
right?
Because of the quality of the product and the innovations that the partnerships together has been absolutely wonderful. And
you guys got some new stuff for the Gladiator.
Got new stuff. The Gladiator, we got the full front, rear. We got the complete package for the Gladiator.
Yeah.
Then we got the unique, the Trek system, so that just really make it how you want to. Just bolt it together, any shape, form, or fashion you want.
Yeah.
You know, just we've got the rigid lighting packages. It's just the products that Road Armor produces are just top notch. Just the finest on the market. And in our
you guys
partnership,
make the Road Armor makes the roof rack too.
Got the roof racks completely.
Okay.
You know, we're big with the rigid lighting partners of ours as well.
Yeah.
The flares, the sliders. The sliders, these are real sliders too. We got 14 inches of meat underneath. These are just not for looks or for steps, but they're actually for true protection. We've got the internal, check up in there. I mean, we manufacture every bit of this stuff.
Yeah. But then you guys also have the Grenadier, and check out this cool bumper first.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Grenadier, especially the Quartermaster, because that thing's brand new.
Yes.
I think it's going to be like the next pickup that people build here in the States.
It is. That's how I got into the off-road gear guys in partnership with Road Armor. I started out with one Grenadier, and I've got 6 Grenadiers and a Quartermaster now.
Wow.
And so anyhow, I was looking to find somebody to manufacture products, so we did it in-house for a while.
Right.
So we teamed up with Road Armor, and this is what we've come up with. And the Quartermaster, the Grenadier, the Ineos in general is probably one of the most incredible vehicles to come to market in 45 years. And the innovations that you've seen in such a short time frame, the product development is incredible. And so at Off-Road Gear Guys, we specialize from if it touches the ground to the top of the roof, we have the products and accessories for it. And Road Armor is the one that we chose to build our products for because of the quality. And but you're going to see more and more of the Ineos Grenadier and the Quartermaster. Yeah. They're bulletproof. These things are built solid.
Yeah. And so you got the bumper, the rack, and then talk to me about like this molly panel on the side. So
this
just
is
more storage, right?
External molly panel. Down in the south, a lot of folks don't know. If you're in the Overlanding area, most of the people know what these are.
Yeah.
They're for attaching various axes, trash bags, just for accessory attachment panel.
Yeah.
Really fantastic deal, especially when you're going overland and you're just looking for places to put your camping gear.
Yeah.
And so we build all of this stuff in-house, no flim-flam, nothing but top quality product.
Awesome.
And so it's just been a very exciting partnership.
Yeah.
And Road Armor has been very, very helpful in the development of this, and just it's turned out to be a wonderful partnership.
Yeah, if somebody wants to find out more about Road Armor or Off-Road Gear Guys, where should they go?
Just give me a call at 361-254-1427 or roadarmor.com or offroadgearguys.com. We can answer any question you got.
All right, thank you, sir. Guys, so in addition to lots of vendors, they have all kinds of food trucks here in the food court. Foxhole Overland helps sponsor this. They got coffee, they got barbecue, and all kinds of food. Here they got, you know, lemonade and funnel cakes and all kinds of stuff down here. And over here, if you'll notice, the pool and the lazy river. This to me would be where I would want to hang out if I wasn't out here doing videos and everything else. Lifted truck on, looks like Rockwell's, and then you got a Razor with big swampers. So pretty cool. So this is the stovetop oven. We talked to Boondatech a couple of years ago down at the Save Expo in Stark, Florida, but this is basically a bakeware set you can use for your stovetop when you go out camping. As you can see, they just got a little propane stove right here, and they're cooking. You know, they probably got some cinnamon rolls and cookies and everything else. So if you want to find out more, check them out at Boondatech USA or Stovetop. All right, guys. So again, we're getting to see all new companies here at Overland of America. So Cali Raised. Jake, tell us a little bit about Cali Raised and what you guys do.
Absolutely. So Cali Raised, what we do specifically is Toyota manufacturing. So from roof racks, bumpers, sliders, lighting. Basically, we can do a whole vehicle build for a whole Toyota from head to toe. So we have started out in California, hence our name Cali Raised.
Right.
But 5 years ago, we moved out to Fort Worth, Texas to be centralized in the United States and have it a little more affordable so we can actually make all the stuff. So everything you see from the manufactured metal parts, that's everything done in-house in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, I don't know if we can see it. I'll pan over, but Check out the bumper. I know like the styling is very important with Toyota owners, and you know it's really hard to mount either a winch bumper or a light bumper under there. Tell us a little bit about how it's integrated.
Yeah, so at least with our team, we have a full team of engineers that literally will get a whole scan of this vehicle from head to toe. And again, like we said, we do this whole entire vehicle, but for the bumper at least, a lot of the Toyotas, and Toyota's done a really good job, is making things accessory friendly, I would say. So at least for this bumper, a lot of people, you got to cut, you have to drill, you have to weld, you have to do all this stuff. For this bumper, literally right here on the Toyotas, there's usually just a black little plastic piece. You're going to remove that. There's 2 little plastic parts, chip. This whole bumper will go into the existing crash bar and 100% bolt on.
Awesome. Sweet.
So it just makes everything a lot easier. And that's the same thing. You know, rock sliders right here, no cutting, no drilling. Toyota puts 3 pre-threaded holes in there. So it makes our lives easier as a manufacturer.
So if you're building your Toyota for Overland or just fun and adventure, check out Cali Raised. What's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, just on our website, www.caliraisedled.com. And we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere you guys find us.
All right. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it, brother. All right, guys. They had to correct me because I didn't know how to say this, but it's Mamoos Camp Kitchen. So tell us all about it and kind of where you guys come from and what you guys do.
My name is Paul Murray. I'm with Mamoos Camp Kitchen, and we are a freeze-dried meal company out of Farmerville, Louisiana. We have freeze-dried meals with a Louisiana flair.
Okay.
So all this started with a hunting trip to Kansas. Took a bunch of commercially available freeze-dried meals with me and wasn't pleased with the quality of them. We owned a restaurant and a catering business, and we had a frozen food line. And so we came back, bought freeze dryers, and started adapting our frozen casserole line over to freeze dry. And so we have about 7 or 8 flavors now, and everything from cheesy chicken spaghetti to jambalaya to gumbo. Our fan favorite is Blend of the Bayou. It's got shrimp and crab and cream cheese, and the shrimp are Gulf shrimp.
And if there was only one meal to pick that you would tell somebody you got to try this, what would it be?
Blend of the Bayou.
Blend of the Bayou.
Yep. As far as I know, we're the only freeze-dried meal company doing fresh Gulf shrimp.
Is that what these are back here? Or
I don't. That's cheesy chicken spaghetti that we have out as a sample.
Yeah, we'll try this. See how it is.
Isn't that cheesy chicken?
This is King Ranch.
Oh, King Ranch chicken.
All right. We'll try it. Honest opinions here.
And we have freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, that is cool. All right, if I can get it in my mouth.
There you go.
Yeah, so you can taste a little bit of the spice, but it's not hot. Like I'm not sweating.
We have a website. It's mamooscampkitchen.com. We ship all over the United States. $75 or more ships free. And you can usually find affiliate links and discounts online.
Awesome. Well, sir, thank you so much for your time. And,
yes, sir.
Again, check them out online, mamooscampkitchen.com. Hey guys, I am so fortunate to be with Matt and Cara of Ozark Overland Adventures. So Matt, I know you guys have a channel, you're here for the storytellers, but kind of what got you into YouTube or, you know, the Jeep Gladiator life?
Just doing it because it's fun. I mean, I always loved the outdoors. And then back in, 2012, got my first Jeep. And used it to get to more hiking trails because I love to hike and do photography. And then I just fell in love with exploring and seeing places that most people don't get to see because they don't venture off the pavement. And the videoing was just a hobby of mine. Just did it because I wanted to share, where we went with family and friends and stuff. And then it just kind of grew to here we are.
And now you're the Jeep family. And you're into racing. So how did the Rebel Rally? Did you do this year?
Yeah, I did it last year in October, and I'm doing it again this year in October. So yeah, we got second place Rookie of the Year. We scored, I think we were top 7. We were 17, and so it was incredible. And I love it because that's a whole different platform as far as rallying goes. He teaches also as well Gaia GPS. And that's all electronic. Well, they take all that away for us, and we're maps and compass.
And so if there was any advice to give somebody that's new to overlanding or new to Jeep, what would you think the most important thing or most important advice for them up front?
I would say get out of the trails, learn your vehicle before you start adding things, because you can add so much stuff to it that it eventually becomes not fun. And then you also don't know how to use what you already had. So learn your materials before you get out there.
Yeah, don't get caught up in the gear. Keep it simple. Add gear as you go, as you discover needs. Start with your vehicle, start with basic camping gear, and get out and see what you enjoy. And build it up from there.
And we love our hammocks. Like, we started in hammocking in our Jeeps, and now we're in this big Ross monster. So I mean, don't just think that this is what you start with. Like, everybody starts from somewhere, right?
Yeah, and I talked to Bill, and everybody's kind of debuting a secret video, and you guys probably did the same thing. Yeah. And so they're going to be able to see it in what, maybe a week or two out there after this event?
He'll have it on
I'll load it at some point.
Yeah. So if y'all want more information, you guys know them, Ozark Overland Adventures. Thanks so much for your time.
No problem. It's great seeing you.
Thanks. We're just walking through Bill and Deb, checking out the creators' corner. All these vehicles out here are other content creators in different areas. So you got everything from Semper Gumby and his build all the way down. And so we're just gonna make our way around and say hi to folks. All right, guys, so we're over here with Ben from Semper Gumby, and we've passed each other, I think, in a few different events. We just never really met up. Ben, tell us a little bit about your channel and kind of what you guys do.
Well, the channel has been around for a couple years now, and it started off with some just some outdoor stuff.
Right.
And within the last 3 years, I actually kind of got really active with it, and I've been doing a lot of filming on locations across the U.S. Hoku and I. Okay. She's in the camper right now in the AC. Right? She's in the AC, and just kind of stay nice and cool. But you know, we just got back from a 2.5-month trip. We started in Texas, Utah, northern Colorado, New Mexico, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. So we went all the way around.
Anything special with you have a Tacoma TRD 4x4? What's probably your favorite mod that you've done?
I think it's probably going to be the add-on would be the OVS truck cap.
Okay, yeah, you did that with Inca, right?
Yeah. Because, you know, at first I just had a regular rack.
Right.
And then when I went full-time on the road in December, I didn't like leaving all my stuff out there. Like if I got to go into Walmart or if I got to go into someplace, it's exposed. Somebody can reach in and grab gear. So I was fortunate that Lewis at Inca 4x4 had this one for sale, and picked it up, went down there, we had it installed. But that and I think pretty much the rooftop tent is, you know, that's what we need to sleep in. So that's an inspired Overland carbon fiber model tent. But that's one of the big easy, well, I'm gonna say easy because it took 2 people, a hoist and lining everything up. So, but I am in works of swapping that out, and I'm gonna try to work with Tune and go with a rooftop tent built in with, like, you know, the cab and everything. Because I may be getting rid of the camper. So.
Okay. If somebody wants to find out more about Semper Gumby and your channel and everything, where do they find you guys?
We are on YouTube at Semper Gumby channel, and it's spelled Gumbie. We're on Instagram at Semper_Gumby, and then on Facebook. But our main platform is YouTube and Instagram, and I just started a series on off-grid. I'm building an off-grid cabin in Tennessee, so I've just put 2 videos out for off-grid type of living.
Cool.
So
awesome. Well, Ben, thanks. It's been a pleasure. All right, guys. So we just talked to Semper Gumby, and we ran into Jacob here, and he's got a pretty sweet, you know, what is it, Ram 2500, 3500?
2500.
Pretty, you know, blacked
diesel, deleted.
Nice.
4-wheel drive, all that good stuff.
And you guys are all the way from Texas. And
yes.
So tell us a little bit about your channel, because it's kind of neat, right? It's just you and your son?
Yeah, so basically, you know, we've had it about 2 years coming up in January.
Yeah.
Basically, I started the channel to get my son outdoors a little bit. He plays full-time soccer.
Nice.
We started the channel at 10. He's 11, almost 12 now. And basically I did it for me and him to get out and kind of make some memories with each other, get him off of his game, get him off of electronics, get out and, you know, just enjoy nature. And then we also we've got a 38-foot travel trailer. I'll take the whole family out.
Yeah.
And then my wife doesn't really want to get into this as much, but she likes going in the travel trailer. So we'll take the whole family in that. And then my son and I we'll split off and we'll go camp up in the mountains or do something like that. So basically we started out doing state parks. Then we kind of got into national, like, forest parks and stuff like that. And now we've branched out into doing like just primitive stuff up into the mountains and stuff like that when we can get out of Texas.
Awesome. So if somebody wanted to find out more about your channel, where should they go?
So my primary is going to be YouTube. It's Family Man Camping Adventures, and then I've got Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Awesome.
So,
well, Jacob, thank you so much for your time, man.
Yes, sir. Thank
cool
you.
Rig. Hey, guys, we're here with Dustin, just cruising through the Creators Corral. Dustin, this is pretty cool. You got an old Dodge, right? Yeah. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's an 86 model. I've had the thing about 17 years.
Yeah.
I've had it longer than I've been married to my wife. She's the reason I still have the truck. She won't let me sell it.
That's good. That's a good woman. She's a keeper.
Yeah. I got Cassidy's Adventures. I started about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And started using this and just been trying to go ever since.
Yeah. So what type of overland adventures do you guys do, or what do y'all do on your channel?
Mainly me and my dog doing solo camping.
Okay.
Just weekend trips.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, it's the wife and I will go out west or something and do all that.
How many miles have you put on this old girl?
This drivetrain's got about 106,000 on it. I had a transmission problem about 6 years ago, and I changed the motor and transmission.
Yeah.
I went from automatic to a manual transmission.
Nice.
And I don't know, it's treated me okay so far, all these years, I guess. I got the camper shell that I bought. I've got a homemade build out in the back of it.
Yeah, let's go check it out real quick. What you got going on back here?
So it's just a 1976 model camper shell of all things. And I actually rebuilt the inside myself, put the paneling and the tin.
Nice.
Yep. And
Tongue and groove.
It's paneling. Yep. All of this is built out of reclaimed wood. All the shelves and everything.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of a mess right now, but that's all my cooking stuff in my drawer.
Nice.
I've got the fridge set up with a 300 amp hour battery under there. Usually it's just me. This weekend we kind of had to do something a little different for made my wife sleep in the floor.
Uh-oh. You were lucky you're not sleeping out here on the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been treating me pretty well.
Yeah.
I started out pulling a homemade camper, and then I got a rooftop tent, and that just wasn't for me on this. And then I run across this on Marketplace of all places.
Yeah.
It's a vintage camper shell for my vintage truck.
Nice.
Worked out perfect.
And if somebody wants to follow your adventures, where do they need to check you guys out at?
Cassidy's Adventures on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Cassidy's Adventures.
Yep. Thanks, Dustin.
Yep.
Appreciate it. All right, guys. So we found another cool build, and this is a Ford Ranger. It's not a Jeep, but tell us about the Ranger Station.
It's not a Jeep. It's not a Toyota. 26 years ago, I created a website for Ford Ranger owners known as therangerstation.com. I created it in '99.
Yeah.
So when I created it, the internet was only about 4 years old. So I've been doing this for a really long time.
And we were talking. This is what, your fourth build or third build?
This is my third build. This truck's actually referred to as TRS3.
Okay.
So I've did 1 through 3. It was an 83, a 96 that I still have, which is more of a hardcore off-roader.
Right.
And then I have this, and this one I call my adventure rig.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I come to events like this, I will migrate towards things that look like they're budget built. I really like to make sure that people realize that you don't have to spend a lot of money to be, to do adventure travel, truck camping, overlanding, whatever term works for you, you're comfortable with. But, things like this grill guard, right? So this grill guard was $100 off Facebook. It's off of a Dodge Ram. So I cut it and narrowed it to fit. This Weston winch plate is for an F-150. I just had to drill new holes to mount it on the Ranger frame rails and then welded it all together. And I got like $300 invested in this. And if you've ever priced winch bumpers, you know that, anything like this is going to be over $1,000.
Yeah, and we were talking, you built your custom sliders, and the leftovers, you made your corner guard protectors here.
Yeah, I built the sliders. It's, people see it and they think that they're just some kind of running board, but, people that know. But yeah, they're 2-inch square tubing. And as you noticed, they've got to kick out, push, the rear end out away from trees, rocks, stuff like that. And then I just went to Home Depot and I got some of this traction type tape, after I painted them and put that down. So, I can stand on here without falling off of it.
Yeah, well, wet metal is no fun.
Yeah. Maxxis tires is the tire I use now. I've used different brands over the years, but I've always done an off-road mud terrain tire. And, for the adventures like this, I just eat through them too quickly. Yeah. So I needed something that had a good tread life and was good off-road. And after I did my research, I went with the Maxxis, and I've been really happy with these tires. It just shocks me how smooth this thing rides and how quiet these tires are, and compared to like how well they grip and how well they work.
Yeah. And then we talked about the back, and I think it's common amongst all pickup truck owners. They're questioning, how much am I going to overland? Can I just take everything out? And you were showing me that your stuff is very modular, and you can basically take everything out if you need to.
Yeah, what I would warn people about is I see people that they want to do this and they bring everything but the kitchen sink. People always want to bring the stuff that they think they might need, and then they end up overloading their trucks.
Yeah. Guilty.
I travel lightweight. I still use a ground tent, because I don't want all that extra weight.
Yeah.
I could go on and on about the benefits of having a ground tent over a rooftop tent, but this rack right here, it's funny, I get compliments on this, and this is my $300 adventure rack. The base, and this actually came off Amazon, this base, and then this is just a roof rack that, again, came off of Amazon, and I bolted it all together. It just sits on here sideways, but I measured the width to where it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to get access into my toolbox. And then I have water storage up here. I have 7.5 gallons of water in this PVC pipe. It's nice with the dog because anytime the dog needs water, I can just come back here and get it for him. My cases, I use Apache cases.
Yeah.
You can get these at Harbor Freight. They're economically priced, and then I just added some 10-inch struts to them because I put my cot in here.
Right.
So I was trying to hold this up and put the cot in one hand. I'm like, this is too complicated. So I just got some inexpensive 10-inch, 10-pound struts and added to that.
And you were showing me you got 100 amp hours of battery, which powers your fridge. Your fridge and all that stuff can come out. But you also have your air compressor built in your box too, right?
Yeah, so I added a DC to DC charger. I got a 100 amp hour battery in there. Again, you'll see people that they build these big extravagant, electrical systems, because they're going to go off grid for the rest of their life. And I'm just joking. I'm not trying to pick on anybody. But no, I just built what I knew was going to suffice for me. And that 100 amp hour battery will actually power this Explorer Bear fridge all weekend. But yeah, my battery's here.
Nice.
Then I got this switch here. I can go from the front battery off to the back battery. Newer trucks, they time out. So if I leave it on the main battery all night long, the battery will shut off at some point in the night. Plus, I never have to worry about draining my battery. I can just stick it on the back battery and let it run for as long as I need to. And then, yeah, as you mentioned on the other side, my air compressor is over here. I'm lazy. I didn't want to have to drag my Smittybilt air compressor to the front of the truck every time I wanted to use it. So I just hard mounted it here in the case, and it's running over that battery. It's got a built-in circuit breaker, but I added another one, just extra caution. And then when I need power, when I need air, I just come back here and turn it on.
Nice.
And it's not running off my main battery, so that's good. The rack is designed to come off. There is trailer plugs. There's a trailer plug back there, so all the wiring that's on this, I have blue lights for really dusty conditions up here. I got red brake lights since this blocks my third brake light. And then, I have rear work lights, side work lights, but it's all set up with a plug, so I can loosen this, unplug it, and the whole thing comes off.
Yeah.
Toolbox the same way. It's plugged into this bed wall too. If I ever need to take that off, I can, even with the battery in there.
Yeah.
I got Anderson plug for the DC to DC. I literally can unplug that and take all that off, and then just go back to using it as a truck.
Yeah.
Even this 3/4 inch plywood that I have sitting back in here, that holds all this. When I'm done with my trips and when I need to go back to using this as a regular truck, it just comes out.
Yeah.
I just convert this back into a truck when I need to be a truck. So
and for any Ranger owners out there, so it's the rangerstation.com,
it's
right?
the rangerstation.com.
And then any other social media platforms you guys are on?
Yeah, I tell these people trying to run a big website with a forum and doing YouTube and Instagram, man, it's like having like 2 or 3 different jobs at the same time. It's a lot of work. But yeah, you can get me on Instagram at the Range Station Official, and same at YouTube. It's the Range Station Official. Nice. Somebody decided that they were going to create something called the Range Station. They were a fan, and
Right.
they created something on Instagram because I had not yet created something. So I had to be one of those people that has the official, name now. So
awesome. Well, thanks so much for showing us your ride, and
thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you looking at it.
Go check them out.
Matt and Cara with our Overland Adventure.
Rampage over here, and then we got Super Overland Outfitter. So today is day 2. We're rocking our Start Building Our Dreams t-shirt. We got OVS across the way from us. They got a lot of cool stuff like this little drag behind trailer, awnings of course, and good morning. All right guys, so we're over here at New Mix. I'm gonna turn over to David and let him tell you about this new product he's got, because I've never seen anything like this before.
How are y'all doing? My name is David. This is the New Mix, the world's first portable drink mixer. I'm gonna run you through how it works and a lot of the good ways you can use it. So I already got some lemonade in here. I'm just gonna throw a quick drink together, but this thing can make pretty much any cocktail you can imagine. The way it works, we have this insert cup, fits in there, 2 separate compartments. So for this one, I got my lemonade here, and then this side gets your fun juice. And so on this side I have 17 ounces, and then remaining in the thermos where my lemonade is, I got 30, so total 47. And so inside this, I got a clear one. You can see how much technology is in there, but essentially there's 2 pumps, and it goes into our patented mixing chamber, blends and aerates the drink as you serve. So this is gonna keep your ingredients separate until you serve, which is gonna make your drink taste better for a really long time.
Nice.
It's also vacuum insulated, same construction as like Stanley or Yeti, and because you have those second compartments, you get to use the dial and set the strength at any time.
Nice.
You've got mixer mode, and then you have every ratio you could imagine in between. You dial it in to the level you want to be at or the taste that you desire.
Awesome.
All you do, power it on. Blue is fast for filling cups, but the fun mode, orange, just pick your setting, and enjoy. Fill a cup with it. Cheers.
And if anybody wants to find out more information about you guys, where do they need to go?
Newmix.com, PNUMIX, and we're also on all social platforms.
All right, thanks, sir. Yeah, so we're walking around, finding all new products. We ran into Ellie here with Madix Outdoors. Tell us a little bit about Madix Outdoors and what you guys do.
Yeah, so we are a newer company that just launched this year.
Yeah.
And we do lightweight truck campers.
Cool.
And yeah, I'd love to show you a few features about them. So they're solid 1/8 inch aluminum.
Yeah.
And everything is solid. We include all of our features that you see in this camper, like windows, lockable hatches, as well as windows, doors, the ladders included as well.
Nice.
And inside, as you can see, we have the panels that open up.
Yeah.
So you have full access to stand inside,
Yeah.
like full standing. And then we have storage pockets and everything above as well. So you can access your camper through the bed of your truck with a full pass-through, or you can enter from the outside with a ladder as well.
Cool. And what's kind of the price point on a camper setup like this?
Yeah, so this base model that you see with all the features included starts at $6,500.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. And if somebody wants to find out more about your company, where do they need to go?
Yeah, MadixOutdoors.com.
All right. All right, guys, we're with Chris, and Chris has a YouTube, Instagram, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And we were talking about my Jeep yesterday, but you're also representing Tire Table out here, right?
We are with Beyond the Build Overlanding.
Right.
We have a small channel just trying to get started.
Yeah.
But we're out here with Tire Table trying to help them with some of their products. Really good products. They have 3 different sizes, the large, medium, and small.
Okay.
The large and medium you can get in steel or aluminum.
Okay.
The small is just aluminum.
Okay.
Give you an idea on weight.
Yeah.
The large aluminum is 5 pounds. The large steel is about 13 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So it's about half the weight. And of course they have, the wine glasses and bags to put your stuff in, windscreens, cutting boards.
Right.
So they have several different things that's really good.
Yeah, and so these are adaptable to what? Any size tire, basically?
Any size. So what we've heard is up to 46.
Okay.
And all the way down to small trailer tiles.
Okay.
This is the standard way of putting the bottom leg going into the tile.
Okay.
Main purpose of this is if you have uneven ground or really soft.
So you were saying the couple different ways to do this. You can go straight to the ground.
Yeah,
right?
you go straight to the ground heel. You can go angle.
Yeah, just put it on
this direction.
Your tire.
This is the preferred method if you're on uneven ground.
Yeah.
So it helps a lot with this. What we typically do is we cook on one with the windscreen around our stuff, and then we eat on the other one as a dining table.
Oh, nice.
So we're not having to clean up to go sit down and cook. Or we don't have to put food in our laps.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't want all that grease and stuff on your tailgate.
Exactly.
So that makes sense.
This is the medium windscreen heel.
Okay.
With this one, it's a 24-inch outside, so you can fit up to, I think, a 22-inch Blackstone heel. You have a little hole right heel for your gas to go out. As you see, this is, the Jetboil Genesis double, so there's plenty of room here. I like this not just for a windscreen, but if you're cooking bacon, fish, things that's going to pop, it's not going all up on the vehicle.
Right.
It's staying within that boundary.
Yeah.
And then it's real easy to clean up. These are made out of aluminum too.
Okay.
Really lightweight. They actually have a bag full of these. And then if you come over here, this is one of the newer tables they have out, which is a small one, which is perfect for a diesel heater.
Yeah.
This is completely full of diesel, no issue whatsoever with weight.
Yeah.
Just makes a nice little table if that's all you have room for lack of space, or you just see something like this. I've seen a lot of people put these back on like the towel carrier on the back of their Wrangler for their diesel heater to set on for their tent.
Oh, nice.
So it works out pretty good there.
Yeah.
Our tailgate or towel table at gmail.com. The website is www.taletable.com. And Warren and Patty are Warren designed all these, patented all these. They are both sweetheart of people, really good company. If you have any problem with them, just reach out to them and they'll help you.
Yeah, and as you can see, here's the different makes and sizes, and then these are cutting boards too.
These are cutting boards, so for the medium and for the large.
Right.
They don't come with holes pre-drilled in them. They do come with little tabs, and you'll basically figure out on the expanded metal where you want these.
Okay.
For them to stay. Our particular ones we added washers at the bottom of them.
Okay.
So we just lock these to our tables.
Nice. Awesome. Well, Chris, thanks so much. It was great meeting you this weekend. And what's your channel again?
It's Beyond the Build Overlanding.
Okay, so make sure you guys check them out at Beyond the Build Overlanding.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Have a good show.
This is another option for you. Outdoors. I kind of like this outdoor hammock that they got. This Kamuk. KMMOK. That's kind of cool. But you know, this one has full windows. You can't see anything from the outside. You can see it from that side, and then it's got a pop-up pass-through. It's kind of that's a really cool option out there for the full size. This is a mid-size, so this one's on a Tacoma. Again, privacy glass is kind of dark and opaque, so you can't see through it, with a pop-up tent, gas struts. And then inside here, you got a little bit of living area. And it just bolts right up. So, again, coming out here to the west, we've seen so many new items. And thanks for watching. All right, guys. So I've seen this quite a few times. Haven't ever seen it in person. So we're with Jake at Tripod Torch. I'm going to turn you over to him.
With Tripod Torch, we're here at the Overland of America Expo, and we're showing off our fire pit that has just been taken off the last few years. It solves two big problems. Number one is space. So it packs down into this bag, so it's super compact. It weighs about 6 pounds. Yeah. Ours just lives underneath our seat. The other problem is every other fire pit has the flame down low and it goes up. Yeah. So you find yourself huddling over top of it.
Right.
We have a patent pending vertical burner that sends the heat sideways.
Yeah.
We call it heat to your seat. That's on real low. I can crank it up. Right there's about
I can
medium.
Feel it behind the camera. Don't melt it.
Yeah. And right there, you're burning about 1 pound an hour.
Awesome.
So a 20-pound tank will last 20 to 30 hours, depending on how high a flame you have. I've got one shield on here to block the wind.
Yeah.
With it comes with all 3 shields.
Yeah.
And they just come in and out. 2 shields really works to direct the flame right where you're sitting.
Okay.
And then with all 3 of them, you can cook on top.
Nice.
Set a pot or even a Dutch oven right there on top.
Cool.
It's all stainless steel, made in USA, and comes with a lifetime guarantee.
And what's the price point on it?
So we're doing a show special here.
Right.
Normally it's $189.
Yeah.
But we're doing it here for $169. And we do have a coupon, save 20, so anybody online can get that same price as well.
Awesome.
And we do free shipping in the US.
Yeah, so big thing about coming to these events, a lot of companies run show specials, so you got to be at the show to get the special, or at least get the discount code so guys can do it. So Jake, thanks so much, and I really appreciate it. All right, guys, so I walked by this other day. This is X-Grid Campers, but this misting system is awesome. But out here in this heat, this mist feels amazing. It's definitely like 15 degrees cooler underneath these misters. And I don't know who makes them, but basically I think you could do a DIY build, but love the misters. So I came by, saw another new company. This is Carbon Shock Technology.
Hey, what's going on? Hopefully I got this mic on right here.
Yeah, you're good.
We're Carbon Shocks. We're based out of Oklahoma City. We are a manufacturer. We manufacture everything in America. We don't import shocks. We don't rebrand. Everything we make is manufactured in our facility. We have 13 CNC machines spinning thousands of parts every week. We do all our own anodizing, Cerakote. We do custom tuning. We do everything from OE shocks to universal shocks and everything in between. We are a veteran-owned company, and we love getting out, being able to support stuff. And here at the Overland of America show, this is our backyard in Oklahoma, so we had to get out here to show everything that we're about.
Yeah, and you guys do large body shocks, mostly 2.5, and it looks like you got some 3-inch options, right?
Absolutely. We do everything from 2-inch all the way up to 4.25.
Oh, wow.
Some of those are geared more towards your racing. Yeah. It's a big shock.
Yeah,
not a lot of vehicles can take advantage of that level of dampening. Our common shock would be a 2.5. Okay. And of course, we do have some 3.0 options here. Yeah. We have everything from our E-Series, basic aluminum body IFP shock, all the way up to our full TRX shocks like we have shown here. This is our stage 2 package. Nice. It's a 4-tube bypass and a 3.0 coilover up front with our dual speed adjustable reservoir.
Awesome. And if anybody wants to find out more information about you guys, where can they find out more information?
They can go right to carbonshocks.com. They can Google. We have a list of dealers worldwide that we work with. Just about every state has 2 or 3 different dealers in their local areas. So we have people all over the place. They go to different shows and events. They have their local dealers. We're everywhere, big and small. And if they want to deal with us direct, we do have direct to consumer, as well as we go through a lot of dealers.
Awesome. Thanks, Daniel. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure to meet you.
All right, guys. So we're here with Kye, talking about Jasper Jeep Jam. So tell us a little bit about Jasper Jeep Jam and what you guys do.
My name's Cajun Kye and my wife Lisa. We put on Jasper Jeep Jam and Overlanding Rally in Jasper, Arkansas. It's a 3-day event. It's a regular overlanding rally. Our name, Jasper Jeep Jam, it's just a good jingle, but we have all kind of vehicles, Toyotas, 4Runners, you name it. But we have live bands every night, vendors, we have classes, trail rides all through the Ozarks, and we're sitting right in the heart of the Ozark National Forest.
Okay.
So it's a really beautiful place, and we enjoy doing it. This is going to be our 3rd year next year. It's the 2nd weekend in March.
Okay, so 2nd weekend in March. Check them out if you're out here in the Midwest, or if you want to come from anywhere in the country. Jasper Jeep Jam Overlanding Rally. You going to have vendors and all that
We have
good stuff?
vendors, and man, like I said, we got bands. It's just a good time.
Yeah.
Real good weekend. It's real close together. A lot of people come together, and it's just fun.
Well, Kye,
good fun.
Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Good to meet you.
Hey, guys, so super fortunate to have Shaun with the Story Till Now here, all the way from Canada. And that was part of the reason I came on the show, because I knew you were going to be presenting some stuff along with Ozark Overland Adventures. And I watched a documentary a little bit ago about kind of your background and how you got into YouTube or made the decision to go full time. You want to share kind of that story with folks?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've basically been into making movies my whole life, and I didn't start off making off-road movies. I was just filming kind of travel stuff or whatever I was doing that was anything I could make a movie out of, and the off-roading stuff just kind of took off. Yeah. So I wasn't at the time when I started doing that, there wasn't really very many YouTube channels. Yeah. There's, Expedition Overland. They weren't really like YouTubers, right? They were like making kind of big trip stuff, right? And I was, so I started doing more like the Weekend Warrior type trips, but really cinematic stuff, and started doing the voiceovers.
Yeah, and you were the master of flying and driving.
Oh, I don't do that. I would never.
Yeah, you would never do that.
No.
But so back to that, I heard also like, there was a point where you were like studying for real estate or something. And
yeah, that's right.
That was like your decision.
I was doing YouTube just for fun. Yeah. And I'd quit my job because I was tired of. I was working for an IT company. Yeah. Project manager. It was miserable. Yeah. Hated going to work. I was like, this isn't what I want to do with my life. I'm making terrible money I'm making more money for other people than I am for myself. Right. I hate my job, and I just, at a certain point. Like, man, am I ever going to follow my dreams? Right. I always wanted to make movies. So, but that wasn't why I quit my job. I was like, I just want to get out of working for somebody else. Right. So I was like, well, maybe I'll become a real estate agent, and that'll free up my time to do this other thing that I like to do, because I can make my own schedule. I can make more money. I work for myself. This will be great. And then it was really hard to get a real estate license. Yeah. But long story short, I failed the real estate exam the first time by just a few questions. Yeah. And after you fail, you have to wait 3 months before you can retake the test. Right. And I'd spent so much time studying for it, and then that information just starts to leave your brain. But anyway, in that 3-month period, I got my first paycheck from YouTube. Oh wow. And I was like, wait a second. I can get paid for this. I thought it would be small money, but it was actually pretty decent. So I was like, I was looking at the growth of the channel. It was really blown up. This is 2020. Yeah. I was like, man, this is really it's going well. Oh yeah. And then so my first paycheck was $300, but my second paycheck in the middle of that 3-month period was $3,000. Oh wow. And I was like, wait a minute, this is pretty good. Yeah. And then so it came time to do the second real estate exam. I still went and did it because I didn't tell my wife I wasn't gonna. Yeah. I didn't want to tell her I was going to do YouTube full time yet. Yeah, but I failed. I didn't try. I failed. I was like, whatever. And then it was YouTube full time from there.
And you do awesome cinematic photography and everything. Any cool? What's your favorite stuff to shoot with? Any top cameras or drones that you use?
I mean, whatever the latest stuff is, really. Yeah. I buy all the DJI stuff. Right. Whenever they release a new drone, pretty much I get it.
Yeah, and you make awesome cinematic shots. I'm a fan. I appreciate like everything
Thank
you do, and like I was so happy to watch the 426 because like the 426 is like the original, 426 Hemi.
Yeah.
And that was in all the old Hemi Cudas and everything.
Yeah, it's not technically the same engine, but it's designed to be like a modern version of that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like because it's naturally aspirated, no supercharger to mess up or anything. So.
And then outside of the Overland stuff, I noticed you do some other things. Like you got a Pontiac project, and you also have a Sea-Doo channel or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
I saw two icons pop up. Like, what is this?
last week was the first time I popped the little icon on there. I was trying to just let it find its own audience, which is fine. But yeah, I have a Sea-Doo channel, Danger Shaun, subscribe. If you're into water stuff, this summer I've really been enjoying just getting out on the water and doing some different stuff. And I like to change things up every once in a while.
And the road trips, the bucket list trips, those have been amazing. Like just to watch them, I'm sure they're amazing.
Oh man, those are my favorite trips to do. Me and Brad have so much fun. So we got another one coming up at the end of this year.
So if you had any advice for somebody that's either just getting into Overland or just starting a build, what advice would you give them?
Don't listen to what other people say you should do. Just do whatever you want to do. Make it your own. Safety equipment first. Get a winch. Get recovery gear so you can get yourself out of trouble.
Yeah.
Make sure your buddies have that gear too.
So you don't go by the lights before lockers philosophy or anything?
No, I mean, I like to say do them at the same time. if you got the funds.
Well, Shaun, it's been great. Really appreciate you stopping by. And
hey, no problem.
It was great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, I know you're a busy man. You got places to go. And
yeah,
if not,
I'm just trying to stay cool, man. It's hot here, but this event is awesome.
Yeah.
So come to Overland of America.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, guys, we're here at GoTrez with Aaron. Aaron, tell us about this product because it's really cool. And I'm always finding people at the beach that, they're on street tires and they go out on the beach and they end up getting stuck. And sometimes it's a big truck you got to try to pull out, but sometimes it's nice to just grab something easy. And I've struggled with even the knockoff traction boards to get people out. So let's talk a little bit about your product.
All right, so these are a little bit different take. My dad actually invented these back in 1975.
Yeah.
We've been manufacturing since 1991. And the obvious thing is they fold up.
Right.
And besides storage, a great feature about the folding is as long as you get the starter panel underneath, it's smooth on the bottom.
Yeah.
Keep that against the ground. Get that underneath your tire. At least get some vehicle weight up on that. And then just lay this wherever it needs to be. You don't have to dig, a great big trench to lay something rigid down to try to get on top of.
Yeah.
Once you get vehicle weight on there, just go super slow, just accelerate. It's going to pull itself underneath.
Right.
And then think of these as just little individual traction boards. Each one's a foot long, so you got 4 feet of traction here.
Yeah.
The grooves on the top go one direction, and the grooves on the bottom go the opposite direction.
Right.
So this, if you, like sand, as you mentioned, that's digging into the sand.
Yeah.
And the arches, as it feeds in, the tire wants to find a center of that arch, so it will auto-center itself.
Okay.
And then the arches also let it flex this direction against your tire for better surface contact. And that stays flexible down to -35.
Okay.
But because those grooves are forming that crosshatch pattern, they're super rigid laterally.
Yeah.
So if you're not using them for traction, you can fold them up and use them as leveling blocks.
And that's what I really like because, I was at an event just even a week ago and I was a little bit off camber. And I drove up on my fake traction boards and I heard a crunch when I drive up on them. I was like, I probably need to look at a better leveling solution too.
And that's the nice thing about these are rated for 50,000 pounds per axle, so there's not going to be any crushing going on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's basically solid.
Right.
And then another thing that we have, if you are leveling a lot, we have these, we call it our stack pack. And what it is these rubber sheets that can go between the panels.
Yeah.
So, that gets a little bit of slag. It's just, it's plastic on plastic.
Right.
But if you put a rubber mat in there, it takes that out.
Yeah.
And then that kit also includes a roller cam. So if you're going, each panel's 1 inch, so that's 4-inch leveling, 3-inch leveling. 3 inches and up, you can roller cam it, and you got a solid leveling block that's not going to go anywhere.
And you guys have some cool storage solutions too, right? You've got the bags, and then you got these trays.
So our most popular is this setup right here.
Yeah.
This is the XL bundle. So you got 2 GoTreads in here with the bag. We also have what we call our Go Rack, and this is it set up right here.
Yeah.
You got, again, we go with roller cams, hold your go treads in place. We got a locking bar that passes through there, so you can put a padlock on there and keep them secured. The way this rack's designed, it's a reverse folding shelf. So when this folds down, you get the go treads in there and the roller cam pulling it. This is as good as a welded 90-degree shelf.
Yeah.
With the advantage of being able to tuck it up tight when you're, you tighten up your vehicle profile.
Yeah.
Or you're leveling at night, you just don't want that sticking out. And then we also have the locking bar will store in there as well when it's folded up.
Nice.
And this is all powder coated aluminum, stainless steel. There's nothing on here that's going to corrode.
And what's your retail price point for the go treads?
Normally this bundle on our site's $215.
Okay.
We always do show specials, so if you come to a show, come check us out. We usually get you a pretty good deal on that. The go treads themselves, for the XLs, they're normally around $180 a pair. And
then the last thing is these binding clips or doublers.
So that's our quick connect, and what that lets you do is you can tag them in the end of your go tread. They go in super easy. You just pull that pin out, put it in, and you can put 2 go treads end to end.
Nice.
So you're basically doubling up their length. A lot of people ask, well, what am I going to do with an 8-foot traction board?
Well, it's great for leveling, I would think. if you're like,
so
looking for rocks, you could stack both sets.
Well, I'd say if you're leveling 8 inches, you might want to find a different spot.
Yeah, that too.
But for an 8-foot traction board, a lot of use cases for that would be maybe one side of the trail looks a little bit dicey. You can build like an 8-foot temporary road basically and lay it across and use them preemptively. Yeah. Our Australian distributor, they go on a trail ride where they have to do a creek crossing. There's a muddy bank on the other side. So they build 2 8-foot basically ramps to put on the bank, and then everyone crosses and they pull them up and continue on.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, Aaron, really appreciate the rundown.
Yeah, no problem.
If somebody wants more information, where do they find you guys?
GoTreads.com.
Okay. Check them out. Hey guys, we're over here at OVS, or Overland Vehicle Systems. We've known OVS for years. We had your awning on us for a while. But you guys are always coming out with new stuff. So tell us kind of, what the setup is you guys have here at Overland of America.
Yeah, for sure. So what we have here on our Super Duty is we got a few of our new products.
Yeah.
One of them is our bed extension, which is a slide-out bed extension.
Yeah.
These all have a 1,200 pound capacity with 75% extension.
Yeah.
Also, in addition to it, has multiple locking spots. Very nice. They start out at like retail around $12.99.
Okay.
Very good product. We have it for the smaller trucks all the way up to the full-size trucks.
And then I know you guys came out with the topper within the last couple of years because it was at SEMA, right?
Yeah, for sure. So that's our Expedition cap that we have on this vehicle here. So it's an all stainless steel cap.
Yeah.
We do a 2-stage powder coat on it with an E-coat on it.
Okay.
Dual locks. Thick gaskets to ensure that we have good seal on it and no leakage on it. We have an intrusion panel here on the back window.
Okay. And then this is new, the shelf system, right?
Yeah, for sure. So the accessories is a big deal with these caps. So one of the things we're working on here, we have our shelf system in this one. Comes with different options that you could put into it. We'll have it for all sizes of the caps.
Nice.
We also have the MOLLE panels that go inside here too as well.
Okay.
This option here is our standard one. It has the solid side doors on it.
Okay.
Dual latches on it with keys. The keys are all matched.
Okay.
So very nice product. These things start out at $24.99.
Okay.
And go up from there.
Yeah, and you guys have updated your awning too. Any highlights from the new awnings?
Yeah, so this is our new XD awning. It's kind of the same construction as our old HD awning, which we still have, which is a great awning.
Yeah.
Same construction, aluminum extruded trusses.
Right.
Nice thing with our awnings is we don't have any joints here with rivets or anything like that.
Yeah.
All of our spacers in here are all bronze. There's no plastic.
Right.
So it really gives it its durability and strength. As you can kind of see, it's a little windy today. We have no legs out on it, and it's doing fine.
Yeah, I know. I took my OVS to the beach all the time.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize, hopefully you guys have done like UV protection, because I got burned. I was under. I was like...
Yeah, so this gives a little bit, the XD gives a little bit more protection. It also comes with the integrated lights on it. So just a little bit stepped up from what our HD is, but still the same known construction for what we have.
Awesome. And if somebody wants to find out more information or purchase some OVS gear,
we have dealers all over the place, as well as you go to overlandvehiclesystems.com.
All right. Thank you, Ryan.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Here with Mike with TBL Off-Road Coatings. Mike, tell us a little bit about what you guys do, because this is my first time west of Mississippi, and I'm seeing all these new products that I just haven't seen before. So tell us all about it.
Well, we specialize in a coating texture that is it is a liner-like product, but it's made to go on the exterior of a vehicle.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're also able to do a quarter of the thickness, but 300 times stronger.
Yeah.
We're able to do any colors, OEM color match, or even custom colors with flakes and pearls.
Nice. And you guys did Ozark Overland.
Yep, we did the pink Jeep for Cara.
Nice.
Used to be red.
Yeah.
This truck right over here used to be silver.
Oh, wow.
And you can't tell at all. All 100% liner.
Yeah.
But every color is a different texture.
Nice. And you even did the wheels.
Yep. This is a tri-coat setup.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the hood is reflecting green.
Right.
But if you come around this angle, it is
kind of reflecting gold. I don't know if it's going to pick up that gold copper color or not. We'll see what the camera shows. And then this is kind of cool. Is that like just a table or storage device?
No,
or?
it's dual solar panels.
Oh, okay. That
This
makes
is from
sense.
Mothie Off-Road.
Okay.
He has a booth right over the next
Okay.
aisle. Lifetime UV protection, petroleum resistant.
Okay.
Has ceramic built into it, so it's very easy to keep clean.
Okay.
Nothing really wants to stick to it, even Oklahoma red clay.
Yeah. So if it ever does fade, what would you have to do to replace it? You know, 5, 10 years, 20 years down the road.
If it ever does fade, or this stuff is easily repairable.
Okay.
We actually done 2 vehicles already that they've either bounced against a tree or got sideswiped by another car. We able to do panel repairs just like you do automotive paint.
Okay. Awesome. Well, if somebody wants to find out more about you guys, where do they need to go?
They can look me up on Facebook, Instagram, social media, the internet. Just look up Tulsa Body Liner or TBL Off-Road.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. So we're here with Karen from Overland Defense, and I've seen them on Instagram and YouTube and some other things before. But Karen, tell us kind of what you guys do as far as, you know, self-defense type items.
Oh, John, I would be really happy to do that. We've spent the last 4 months traveling across the United States doing this, so I'm excited to be here, and thank you for stopping by.
Right.
So as you mentioned, my name is Karen. I'm with Overland Defense, and we sell Byrna less lethal products.
Okay.
So we have really 2 significant products with us today. We have our SD, that stands for self-defense, and we have our compact version, which is our CL version.
All right.
John, are you familiar with the Byrna product at all?
A little bit. So I'm tracking there's like a powder or like a pepper spray type version, and then there's like ouch, you really hurt me version.
Okay, you are so close. Let me back up for a quick minute. But before we even get to that, just so anybody who might be watching, it is legal in all 50 states.
Okay.
No permit, licensing, or background check.
Right.
So that's an important piece of it. But you're exactly right. It shoots 2 different kinds of rounds. It shoots a hard kinetic round.
Right.
This is a hard plastic polymer round. This
It's
does
light.
not break open.
But it feels like it would hurt.
Lighter than you thought it would be, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're holding a 68 caliber.
Okay.
That goes inside of the SD.
Okay.
And this gentleman right here is holding the 61 caliber.
Yeah.
That goes in our compact version.
Okay.
So in addition to that, it shoots a chemical irritant.
Okay.
It's a powder, however.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a pepper tear gas mix
Okay.
and a powder that breaks open on contact.
Okay.
We're not going to
Wonderful.
pass that around.
Yeah, let's please not shoot anybody with that, because
We're not going to do that today.
I've done a little tear gas in my life, and it is not fun.
No, it's not. You're exactly right. So both launchers have an effective range of 60 feet.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so really cool items. I think, you know, you've got the tactical colors, but sometimes like you just had some security guys come by at a show, you know, that orange stands out, and, you know, as a civilian, a law enforcement person can see it's orange, or, you know, it's not a black one, which could be confused with something else, and you may get a lot less questions with an orange one too, right?
Other people will say, I would prefer it to be less or look more realistic, and they'll go with a black.
Right.
I spend a lot of time with law enforcement, and
Right.
I ask this question often. What they tell me is it's whatever you as the person who is using it is comfortable with,
Right.
because the person you're pointing it at
Yeah.
doesn't notice the color.
Right.
The one other thing they did share with me is in the event that you were to use it with law enforcement in the area, a color other than black would give them that nanosecond to say, hey, maybe that's not the real thing.
Right.
So that's kind of the thought process. And what's funny is it typically is one of the biggest decisions. Once people get to feel these, get their hands on them, it doesn't take them long to realize it's a really nice alternative.
Yeah.
And sometimes a little bit longer to decide on the color.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. And so what comes in a kit?
Wow, great question. So what comes in the kit? They all come in a kit. They come in a kit with the launcher, 2 5-round magazines, 2 CO2 cartridges. It will come with the actual hard kinetic rounds.
Okay.
If I didn't mention this, you can also use it for practice.
Oh, okay.
So these are reusable.
Nice.
We shoot them into a soft target.
Okay.
It collects it for us, and then we reuse them. And then really clever, it also comes with some training rounds that simulate how the chemical irritant disperses.
Nice.
So it's a white inert powder.
Yeah.
Super important for someone like me who struggles with upwind, downwind.
Right.
So this gives you an opportunity to visualize it. It's about a 6-foot cloud.
Right.
So there are 2 different price points too.
Okay.
So on the SD version, we mentioned it shoots at 280 feet per second.
Right.
This has been my trusted friend for the last 2.5 years.
Yeah.
This kit sells for $379, and the compact version sells for $549.
Yeah. So just for reference on when she's talking speed, I know I used to do like paintball when I was a teenager, and they would make you register your paintball item before you went out and played, and anything over 200 feet per second would always leave a bruise, and so they made sure like they capped you at 200. So even 220, it's going to leave a bruise, but instead of that paint that is going to just mark you, it's solid. It's like freezing your paintballs, I guess.
Yeah, and actually it's 280.
280.
So yeah, almost 300,
and
right?
These are 400, so you're really talking about really hurting someone.
From a paint compliance,
protection, yeah.
From a protection without taking a life, you're right.
Yeah.
Now the really good news is there's been over 600,000 units that have been sold to date, and there haven't been any primary or secondary deaths reported.
Nice.
So thank you, Jesus, for that. What else? What other questions might you have?
The bad guy repellent, what is that
Oh
stuff?
yeah, it's my favorite too. So the bad guy repellent is really another complement. It's the same chemical irritant as our Max round, only in an aerosol form.
Okay.
And this, what I really like about it is three things. One, the distance. It has a 12 to 15 foot distance.
Okay.
Most aerosol sprays have maybe 8, maybe you're going to get up to 10.
Yeah.
Also, it has UV dye.
Yeah, okay.
So if you were to need to dispense this and somebody ends up in a police lineup, you're going to find them.
Gotcha.
And then finally, the fact that it's the maximum chemical irritant that you can have. So thanks for asking about that.
And so some of the predators out in the wild, there's always a human risk with this, but what other predators do you commonly have customers report when they've had to discharge a self-defense item like this?
Yeah, so good question. So first of all, Byrna does not market it towards animals.
Right.
However, we've had people come back and report to us that the chemical round, I want to be really clear on this, the chemical round has been effective on bear, deer, elk, moose, coyote, alligators.
Right.
I live in Florida.
Oh,
alligators.
okay. I'm in Georgia, so I fully get it.
And last week we were in Montana, and somebody reported it was effective on big cats.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So when we were in Yellowstone, I had mine loaded with all chemical rounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get in big trouble if you hurt a bear there, but they can eat you all day long.
Right. I don't want either of those things to happen. The good news, bad news, we didn't see any bear.
Well, good.
I would have liked to, but it was okay that we didn't.
Well, Karen, thank you so much. Do you have time to give a demonstration of firing?
Yeah, let's do that. So, John, thanks. I'm glad that you're going to give me an opportunity to demonstrate this for people. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. Earlier, I mentioned how to dispense a magazine. The magazine comes out. I'm going to use the little tool on the end to open the end. I've started a little bit just to make it a little bit easier. I twirled that around already, but I'm just going to pull this out. People are always curious on how big this end is. So here it is. That's that big. The CO2, I'm going to put it in, nipple first, and I'm simply going to shut it. I'm going to start it with my fingers, and then I'm just going to tighten it in with the little tool on the end. You don't have to wrench it and make it really tight.
Yeah.
We'll just do this. And just tighten it down just a little.
Just so it doesn't come loose and fall out.
That's right. That's right. Oh my goodness, do you see that fall off the tree?
Yeah, I think we're being attacked by acorns.
Yes. All right, so I've got that a little secure. I'm going to go ahead and load the magazine.
Okay.
So one of the things on my actual unit, my firearm, I have a hard time loading the magazines. It's just hard for me. But on this, you're going to see it's super easy. Today, we're using our eco-friendly practice rounds.
Okay.
These are biodegradable. They're made of sugar. So that allows us to demonstrate them here in this ravine without having to worry about birds and other animals picking them up. So they'll disintegrate in about a day or so. So I'm putting 5 in. Super easy to do. Just simply put this back in here. And now I'm ready to go.
Right, and like you said, it hasn't pierced the cartridge. It's good for carrying it wherever, but you haven't pierced the cartridge, so you got a fresh cartridge. It's ready to go whenever you're ready to fire
100% right. Yep. The other thing I'm going to show you is when there is one round in the chamber, it's slightly elevated. You can see that slightly.
Yeah.
When I dispense all 5, we're going to see it's flat.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe I'll only do 4, and I'll show people how you can clear the launcher.
Okay.
If you still have one in the chamber. Okay.
Absolutely.
Does that sound all right? Now, again, I'm shooting the SDR self-defense version that shoots at 280 feet per second.
Okay.
This does have a safety and a fire.
Okay.
So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from safety to fire.
Okay.
If you need to rearrange. Okay, so I dispensed 4.
Yeah.
You can see it's still raised here.
Right. On safe, all you do is on the safety here, point down.
correct.
Again, you're not going to point it at anybody you don't want to point it at, and then you just line up your target. And it's empty. It went flat on the 3rd, and the 4th one was just a carbon. And then, like you were saying, magazine, make sure it's clear.
Absolutely.
So,
You're a good shot.
Yeah, I did okay.
Yeah, you totally did. I saw him go through some of the holes that were already there. So well done.
Awesome.
Well done. How'd you feel about it?
Okay, so it is very intuitive if you've ever fired anything before, and there wasn't any recoil, and I think the ease of use was a big thing. But if somebody wants to find out more about this product, where can they find you guys at?
I'm glad you asked that question. So Derek and I are independent dealers for Byrna. We're their #1 in the United States.
Awesome.
And we'd like to stay that way. So if you're watching this video, you could visit us at overlanddefense.com.
Yeah.
We ship out all day.
Awesome. You guys are going to be at Overland Expo East, right?
We are. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Please stop by. Visit us.
First week of October, mark your calendars, make the drive. It's worth it. It's the smallest expo, but that's what makes it the best.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot of this one-on-one interaction with the dealers, and they may not be able to do a demo there, but if you see them at the show, it looks like, it looked like $100 off was a show special, so that's a pretty good deal. So make sure you go check them out. Hey guys, we're here with Alan from Extrusion Overland, and they just came out with this new canopy topper. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this is our exoskeleton.
Yeah.
The premise behind this is allowing the customers to have a 3-in-1 system. So you can start as a bed rack.
Yeah.
Down the road, you can fully enclose it with a toppers kit.
Yeah.
And then eventually you'll have the ability to do the camper mode with a pass-through tent.
Yeah.
So we're working on the development of our tent and actually partnering with other brands as well to do, to not just have our own tent, but have all the different kinds of tent that integrate into our topper just with the pass-through. So that's the difference about our topper is that you can have your tent on when you need it, and then you take it off and go back to topper mode when you don't need it.
Yeah, and we were just talking, you guys have a new line, the XTR off-road line, and we looked at the tailgate. You want to take a quick look just at the tailgate?
Yeah, for sure. So under the XTR off-road brand, we have tailgate panels, and we're working with more roof rack models for different Toyota models. We're going to release some Ford models. We've got the Bronco in the works. We've got a prototype that we can show you here in a little bit.
What I like is it's got the S-track built in, so like if you wanted to tie something down, you just kind of move it around to where you need to.
Yes,
and
correct.
you could tie something down.
Correct. So this is a prototype that we're testing. It's actually from a collaboration with Freedom Coast.
Okay.
Where a lot of their accessories will be compatible with this. And the premise behind that is you add a little bit of function to your tailgate, And we're actually going to be coming up later this year with different tailgate models that go back to HDPE and double as a cutting board and stuff like that. So different functions with an expanded tailgate covers.
And then back to the topper here. I noticed you got some like shelf system. Is that something you guys have on the market now, or something you're still working on?
We're working on this with development of new accessories for the topper panels. We'll have all kinds of cubbies, different accessories. So our strongs is right now the sheet metal. We have it all in house, so we are able to develop those products.
Okay. Well, Alan, I really appreciate it, and thanks for your time.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions to find out more about Extrusion Overland, where do they need to go?
So extrusionoverland.com or xdroffroad.com. That's our other brand.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Guys, we're with our friends Trukd, and I haven't gotten to show you guys, but we got a new awning. And these things are awesome. Daniel, tell us a little bit about your newest awnings and the kind of the Road Series lineup that you guys are doing.
So we did a number of updates on the 270 Plus about 2 months ago. Just a few updates. One of the biggest changes that we've done is the red LEDs.
Oh, that's super nice.
Yeah, so it's a true tricolor where you can go from white, amber, and red.
Yeah.
And they're still dimmable. One of the updates that we did was on the switch button. It's actually, instead of a blue button, we changed it to red, so it doesn't illuminate that much light at night. So,
and it's not a click button. It's just kind of like a touch your thumb sensor button too. I kind of like that. That's real nice.
That's correct. Yeah. So you don't have to have the switches.
Yeah.
So this time it's a little bit of a touch, but if you hold it in, it actually dims the light as well.
Yeah. And there's so much light. So on these new ones, if you get the cab model like this, you got light at the cab, you got light here. And then you've got like 4 on the back, because even over the back door, you've got light now if you wanted to cook or, just chill in the ambience of having the mood lighting of either red or amber. I think it's a great product, and I like the shower too. And your showers come with the red option now too, right?
Correct. So we actually did an update on the shower where we had the LED at the back. We ditched that idea and actually put it in the arms.
Nice.
So now you have 2 LEDs, and it also has the red option as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the thing I like is the cord is simple, and they actually have a cord you can plug in here, or what I did on mine is I plugged it in from the back and then ran the wire down to where I've got my aux beam and snipped it and tapped it in, so now I can turn on the system, but I know I'm not draining a battery or anything, having it plugged in all the time. But I still have to, turn on the switch and then go touch all those. So it gives me, or if I'm done, ready to go to bed, I turn it off and all the lights just go off. So that's a good option that's out there. But other than that, it comes with like a 6 or 12 foot DC plug. So it's got plenty of room for you to run it off a Jackery or whatever you got, right?
100%. One of the other updates we did is that we have 2 connection points on the awning, where it's actually in the inside.
Yeah.
But if you want to hardwire, it's on the frame on the outside.
Yeah.
So you have that option as well.
And the other thing I learned is you got to make sure you fold down the little pop-ups, because the pop-ups are great because it gives you that pitch.
Yeah.
But I was like folding it all up, and I was putting it in. I was like, it's not quite as thin as it was earlier. I forgot to fold down all the tree things. So
that's right. You just got to put them down just before you close up the awning.
So if anybody wants to find out more about Trukd, where do they need to go?
So the website is www.trukdusa.com, and all our products are on the main page.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
And as always, they always do show specials, so you might be able to catch them at Overland Expo East with another good sale.
That's right.
Hey guys, so we have caught up with a friend Ben from Trukd, all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Made in America, bed racks and accessories, and I've continued over the last 3-4 years. Watch your brand grow, because we met at Save Expo like a number of years ago, and I can't believe time just flies by. So Ben, tell us, for those folks who don't know what Trukd is, what you guys do, and then I know you guys came out with some new stuff I'm kind of excited to share. So go ahead.
Yeah, so Trukd is we're Trukd Bed Racks, obviously. What makes our racks special is that they're stainless steel, number one. They'll never rust. We have a full line of accessories, hinge panels, molly side pods, a whole line of accessories. They're a little bit unique, a little different, but they're designed to elevate your game for storage, right? So fit more stuff in, have it more organized, be a little bit better when you're out on the trail. Quicker access to what you need when you need it. We have 2 lines of racks. We have the T series, which is what we originally came out with the first time we met. And those are the straight up and down racks. They're designed to work with tonneau covers. They're one of the only racks that allows you to open and close a diamondback cover, as an example. Worked with trifold covers, which is pretty unique. Our newest design is our A series, which is actually the angled version.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
What makes the A series special, like I said, it's a little different than our other ones. What's different, the T series is all about compatibility with covers and toppers, where this one is designed to be kind of more of an open bed style rack.
Yeah.
It will work on some covers with the T slots, like Retracts or a back revolver X4TS.
Yeah.
But it's really primarily designed to be an open bed style rack.
Right.
What makes it unique is we came out with these rails that distribute the load across the whole bed side.
Right.
And it's a single piece, basically from these rails all the way up to the bar.
Yeah.
So that's a single piece of stainless steel.
Yeah.
It's super simple, easy to put together. It's fixed heights, fixed length instead of adjustable everything, which is what we need for all the compatibility.
Right.
So we stripped all that out. It's a little bit cheaper. This rack, the full height, 22 inch, is about $1,500.
Yeah.
Versus 2,000, so it's about $500 cheaper than the other version. But this rack actually has a higher load rating than the other one, just because when you simplify, you get stronger, right?
Yeah.
So it's a 400-pound dynamic load rating with the same 1,000-pound static weight.
So let's talk about these wings real quick.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, these are our hinge kits.
Yeah.
They'll work. We have them in two sizes. We have them for the 18-inch rack and the 12.5-inch racks.
Okay.
Or panels, I guess. But they'll work on either series of rack. They'll work on the T series or the A series.
Okay.
The only difference is we just mount the piston in a different hole for the A series, so it comes out, level like this one.
Yeah.
What's kind of cool about these is, one, we've got 90-pound gas struts on each side.
Right.
So that means you can put a ton of weight on the panel. So if you want to put your Rotopacks or something like that, it'll hold the weight. It's still open and close. The other kind of cool thing is we have these latches on it. What makes the rack, or what makes the latches important is if you're going down a trail and say a twig or branch or something comes in and tries to grab one of the holes, the latches keep it closed, so it's not going to come open on a trail. And there's two latches, one on each side, and so same thing. If you're going down a trail and a branch hits one of the latches, the other one's still got it closed. So it's very hard to open it on a trail, which is super important. The other kind of cool thing about the hinge kits is we tried to make it very sleek or unnoticeable.
Right.
So unless you're really looking for the hinge up here, the piston's hidden. Even the latches aren't super obvious.
Yeah.
The goal there is just to make sure that when you're out parked somewhere, people think this is more secure.
Yeah.
Don't realize that it actually opens.
Nice.
And it's a nice look.
Yeah, it's good deterrence.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So.
And then inside you've got some new dividers and baskets, right?
Yeah. So on the inside we have what we call. Took us forever to figure out a name for them, but we call them Molly side pods.
Okay.
And the whole idea of those is that it's basically a basket made out of our kind of same Molly pattern.
Yeah.
Which means you can mount boxes or gear on the inside and the outside, and front and back.
Yeah.
So it just allows you to utilize the space basically above your bed, below your rack, to a point where it's you get a lot more utilization out of the space than you would otherwise. So on this one, for instance, I have boxes on either side. I've got a jerry can on this side. We've got a big water tank, propane tank, Milwaukee pack outs, fire extinguisher. There's usually a med kit here, but it's not there right now. But.
And the other thing you guys came up with is adapter bracket for the awning. Is that something you guys have on the market now?
Yeah, this is one of maybe our newest product.
Okay.
We launched it back in late March.
Okay.
So it's a bracket to go with your shower awning, and it swings your shower awning out 90 degrees. So you gotta watch out for the trees.
Yeah.
This closes in. There's a little pull pin on the back side, latches in for when you're driving.
Yeah.
And then when you want to take a shower, you just pull the pull pin, let it come out, open your shower awning, and what makes this good, or what makes this valuable, is that you're not fighting the tire or the fender while you're trying to take a shower.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the whole purpose of it.
Awesome. Well, Ben, really appreciate it. If someone wants to find out more about Trukd, where do they need to go?
Get Trukd.com.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben.
Pleasure.
Hey, guys. So we're with Doug at REDARC, and REDARC is kind of the premium, cream of the crop when it comes to battery management and house batteries and everything else. But it can be a little bit intimidating. So Doug, give us a little overview of REDARC and kind of like we were just talking about before, some of the things you offer for the overland community.
Well, great. John, you're right. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, but we try to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
We are in the power business, whether it's you're pulling a trailer that has a battery, a camper, a horse trailer, whatever it is. We have a charger that works through the 7-way.
Okay.
Or if you're trying to come up on your vehicle, a dual battery system.
Right.
We have chargers that are going to charge those second batteries, any profile, whether it's AGM, lead acid, or lithium, and do it in a responsible way.
Right.
Meaning it's gonna charge it so that it charges it properly, and always keeping an eye on your starting battery,
right,
because we got to get you home, more important than anything. So it also, almost all of our chargers, actually every one of our chargers, comes with solar charging.
Okay.
So you can put a solar panel on your vehicle,
Yeah.
and not only are you getting a charge coming through your alternator, but at the same time, you're tying the solar with that.
Yeah.
But really where the solar comes in is when you get to where you're going and you turn off your engine, at least you've got solar to keep those batteries charged while you're using those batteries to cool down your food and drinks in the refrigerator. But REDARC's got a great name in the overland community, and it's Australian. We've been around for 50 years.
Yeah.
Everything's tested. They're made not to fail. We're in a lot of military contracts where a lot of our competition can't, because we're not plastic and they just don't fail.
Right.
But great company, easy to do business with. We have lots of wiring diagrams, videos to help you install, and everything from inverters, solar panels, lithium batteries, chargers, battery monitors, screens, distribution boxes.
Yeah.
So great company to work for,
right,
and great products.
So if somebody wants to find out more about REDARC, they
just
need
website,
REDARC.com.
tremendous, yeah.
And they got all the info, videos, and everything they could ever need, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
John.
Doug.
Yeah,
Awesome.
appreciate you.
Hey, guys, I'm here with Rebecca, and they've got a brand new event, or a couple-year-old event, Jeep Branson. So I think it's kind of like, what, a Jeep beach in Middle Tennessee?
Well,
or
yeah, pretty
Smoky
much.
Mountain Jeep Invasion in Dolly's other city, Branson, Missouri?
It's a Jeep Invasion of Branson, Missouri. It's a great location for a Jeep event. It's going to be a 4-day event, our 3rd year coming up next June, the June 10th through the 13th.
And what type of events do you guys have there?
We've got everything really for any kind of Jeeper. We've got off-roading and rock crawling at the off-road park. We do a Jeep parade through the Branson Landing.
Yeah.
We've got a show and shine event. We've got an event where you can do a sound competition and a light competition.
Nice.
And then we've got a 2-day main event inside the Branson Convention Center with all kinds of vendors and entertainment and off-road classes, just anything that you can think of.
And do you guys have like a list of hotels and places for people to stay?
We do,
or
yeah.
camp?
Anything can be found out on our website at jeep-branson.com, or you can go to any of our social media sites on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok.
And she's got a QR code here, so if you register for the parade, go to the TV, scan this with your iPhone or Android, and go check out the website.
Yeah, anything can be found online. We're excited to bring it back to Branson again. I think it's a great location. Everybody has a blast, so it's a really fun event.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
I appreciate
Hey guys,
it.
we're here with Cameron from AEV, and you're like the upfitter guy, right?
Well, sure. We're AEV is American Expedition Vehicles, and I really appreciate the opportunity to talk here. So we're a manufacturer of parts. We basically are a company that engineers and designs what we think would be improvements to durability, capability, functionality of parts that tend to be more focused towards the overlander.
Right.
Through trial and error of our ownership and our managers and our engineers of a lot of actual off-roading, and seeing like, man, this part of this Wrangler or Gladiator or Ram or GM, these are ways we feel like we could probably engineer and design something that's going to maybe last a little bit longer, work better, that kind of stuff. So we're really kind of one company for all the things you really need as far as most of the core, your wheel suspension components, designing frequency tune shocks, working with Bill Steen and designing really custom suspensions. Like on a Wrangler or a Gladiator, all 4 corners are tuned specifically to that build. And so we need to know things like what size tire, what engine type, what cab length, bed length, like on your trucks and things like that. And so, but it allows us to dial in and, we think really give you the best driving suspensions in the world for Wranglers, Gladiators, and HD diesel Rams. Is really what we kind of specialize. No one was using HD Rams for heavy overlanding or off-roading. There really just wasn't a company out there. So even if you wanted to spend really good money 10 years ago on an Overland HD Ram, there wasn't anyone to spend it with.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of parts available out there.
Right. So, we had really become kind of one of the key companies, I think, in the overland world as far as what you could do with a Wrangler and a Gladiator. And the Gladiator really was born out of a project that our owner did. And we took Wranglers and cut them in half and built a new rear, close up to the cab, and then partnered with companies like, ARB was helping us with some bumpers originally and some different lights and stuff. And then our owner eventually just gathered more and more engineers and people to us. Like Jim Friends is one of the most important people in our company. Yeah. Jim Friends invented the long arm suspension. Nice. He used to own Nth Degree Suspensions, which was elite suspension design company. And he saw value in AEV, and AEV saw value in him, so AEV actually attained that company and brought him on, and he's still an integral part of our design. Our head of production handles our production meetings calls every Monday is Dave Yegi, who was the head of the Rubicon program. Oh, wow. Dave Yegi was a part of the lunatic fringe engineers at Jeep that Jeep wasn't going to spend money on these projects that they thought had, some viability, so they were spending their own money going out and tearing up axles and tearing up Jeeps and taking their own vacation time. So Dave Yagi, many years ago, late 90s, I guess, he heard about our owner taking Wranglers and cutting them and stretching them to the, longer wheelbase. And he said, I love that. So he went and actually did that they did that on his and took it back, and Jeep loved the idea. And that essentially was the foundation of the LJ, which was from 04, 05, 06. Yeah. But Dave was real involved in the Rubicon program, which launched in 03. So he's the Rubicon, the LJ, and then the four-door Wrangler, the JKU came out in 07. And then at some point, I forget, after that, Dave Yegi left there and came to us. So there's a lot of people, there's so many names in our company, people that really are special people as far as their design capability, and a lot of just really wisdom and intelligence of understanding how to make things that make sense for the customer. We feel like it sounds weird, but we feel like we're trying to provide something that people are really needing. There's these gaps in the industry, in the automotive, whether it's OEM designs or aftermarket of certain things, I could go through a lot of things that we've done that are kind of a little bit outside the box. We're not doing large lifts. You know what I mean? We're not just replacing every part on a suspension just to replace it so we can have our label on it. But like for example, in the Jeeps, we don't need to replace the control arms. We don't need an adjustable control arm. We don't need to replace a lot of things that many lift kits. It's fine that they have that, but we're like, what's the minimum to get this results that we need in this vehicle? Like on the Rams with our 40s, we don't re-gear them, because with that Cummins and that transmission on 40s, it drives fantastic with like a 373 gear. I know I'm kind of getting deep in the weeds here, but that's kind of some of our thinking is we have really end results that we want to accomplish and how we want it to function and last. And instead of kind of going, well, here's what the industry's doing for this thing, let's kind of do one of our own sort of similar. It doesn't really matter to us how everyone else is doing it. There's a lot of good products from good brands. But instead of kind of seeing how they're doing it, let's just kind of look, okay, how is it being made now? What's the problem or deficiency or potential for it to improve? And how can we kind of design it in maybe a way that's unique, that we think maybe is the most cost efficient in some ways. Sometimes it's way more expensive, but to get it done the way we feel like it needs to be done, like with boron steel front bumpers, our boron bumper is expensive, right? I mean, it's expensive compared to some of the cheaper press brake bumpers, but the quality of it and the strength of it is amazing, and it's super lightweight, So anyway, that's a little bit of a tour through AEV, but
and
essentially,
really?
So we're we're a manufacturer and a design company. I'm not an engineer. I'm one of our regional sales managers, but our goal is to basically connect with dealerships that are a Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, new franchise, or Chevy, GMC, and they can order vehicles for a customer. If you're interested in a Wrangler or a Gladiator or a Chevy or a GMC, you can get really the best version of that as an AEV edition.
And you guys can help link folks up if they go to your website, right?
Yeah, we have build and price tools. We have a map of dealers, but honestly, you can even just call AEV and say, hey, here's where I live. who's a good place to go to get your products, and we kind of guide you through it.
Yeah.
When the vehicle's done, we can even ship it to your home. You know,
Nice.
it's really easy. So sometimes dealers, you know, a customer hears about a dealer that they know is like a really good AEV dealer,
Yeah.
but that's 10 hours from them.
Right.
It's not a problem. You know, we can do it where you don't have to go cross country to pick it up. But we do a lifetime warranty. All the parts that we design, you know, obviously like your Bilstein shocks and things
Yeah.
that we tune, they're going to have their own Bilstein warranty. But all the parts that we're making, there's a lifetime warranty on it. So, and it's to the VIN,
Yeah.
right? So it doesn't matter whether it's been bought or sold multiple times. Whoever owns it, whoever owns an AEV upfit has
Yeah.
a lifetime warranty on it. They can go to
Nice.
if you own one of our Chevys, you can go to any Chevy dealership on the planet.
Right.
And they'll do the work. We'll take care of the cost, overnight the parts and all that stuff. So they come check us out. Go to aev-conversions.com.
Yeah.
Or you can just Google AEV. We're on every platform you can think of. And some really cool videos. We've had them on several continents.
Yeah.
At least a few
I know
continents.
you've been to Arctic as well.
With
because
the trip over I didn't get to go on that, but we had the 5 or 6, and then we had some drone footage where the Arctic Ocean was frozen at one point, and they did a whole Arctic trip. Yeah. So cool stuff. Look us up. Look up the. This is the. Well, real quick, let's talk about this.
Absolutely.
So
talk about the bison. Or is this a big bison?
So so this is the 1500. There's a bison on the. So what the bison is our logo.
Okay.
Right. So the reason why our bison is our logo is because our owner lives in Montana. He has for many, many years. And bison are kind of like deer there. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a great crossover to a truck. You know, bison's a big, tough animal. Right. And it's interesting. We produced a video about what bison actually do. It's a rare thing amongst the animal kingdom with mammals. When a storm comes, they run towards it.
Oh, wow.
Because they want to shorten the amount of time that them and their offspring have to deal with it.
Oh, wow.
So a bison runs into the storm. A bison runs to. So
that is really cool.
That's kind of I'll have to just go to YouTube and type in bison head into the storm. It's a cool video we produced. But so basically Chevy came to us back in 2016 and said, hey, you know, you want to sign some NDAs. Our owner was approached by them and said, hey, we've got this new platform that's coming out on the Colorado in 17 called the ZR2 with a Multimatic suspension. Well, Multimatic, if you're not familiar with who they are, they're a big deal. They matter quite a bit in the automotive world. Multimatic is a Canadian company that actually does the majority, if not all, of Ford's racing suspensions.
Okay.
They were behind the suspension on the 1 year in 2014. They did a Z28 Camaro.
Okay.
They brought 1 year, they did it, and that was a Multimatic suspension. So that was Multimatic's first connection with GM, was doing the Z28. It was a Camaro you could get with no passenger seat. You could get it with like roll cage, no air conditioner or whatever. It was a true track car, basically, not street legal. But so anyway, what GM did was they partnered. They said, hey, you know, we're going to design a new truck. Would Multimatic be able to do a suspension for a truck? And they were like, yeah. So then they said, hey, now that we have this Multimatic suspension, it's going to people are going to want to go do the things it can do with its capability, but it's not protected against the type of wear and tear that's going to happen when they take it where they can take it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you could be a big, strong guy, but if you're running through the woods and you don't have a kind of protection on, you're going to get cut up. You're going to get messed up. So having designed some really sort of top of the line bumpers, wheels, skid plates over the years, they saw us as the key company. Like, people know that when AEV's on it, it matters. It's done with a certain level of quality, and it already kind of are at an OEM level anyway as an aftermarket company. So what this is, the ZR2 comes with the Multimatic suspension. It comes on 33s. What they've done is they've had us from the factory. It comes with our front bumper, our rear bumper, and we'll go look at that. But our front bumper, our rear bumper, and in this case, the half ton, it comes with 5 boron steel hot stamped skid plates.
Okay.
Boron itself is 7.5 times stronger than traditional steel. So this really strong steel bumper here, the skid plates, by the material rating anyway, is 7.5 times stronger.
Oh, wow.
But it's 40% lighter.
Yeah. Well, that's even better.
That's the key. That was what was the key. So we weren't adding we weren't degrading the gas mileage by putting skid plates at the factory. So, but let's take a look at the rear.
Absolutely.
You see the rear bumper?
Yeah, so you got the corner protection. I mean, it looks somewhat like a factory GM bumper, but you can see that AEV flare in there.
And then, I mean, it is factory. It comes on the assembly line, you know. But it's, you know, they wanted our type of finish, the type of powder coating we've been doing on our bumpers. This is actually this comes with a different wheel from the factory that we designed. But what we've done is we've redesigned our GMC wheel, which is this, and our Chevy wheel, to have a further offset to get it out of the wheel well. And then the front wheel well we've expanded it. Come here, take a look.
Yeah, because these are, I know the Salta was a popular option for the Ram, so these are the Salta XRs.
This is more like our Jeep Salta that we've been doing for many years. So if you look here, we've actually So the contour of the wheel well stock is going to cut in too much to fit 35. So we've redone this. We've done a bracket that's going to hold that in to pull that back.
Yeah.
So by opening this and then just simply designing a wheel that sits further out, we get it out of the wheel well. Then it only takes us a 1/2-inch body lift and a 1/2-inch suspension lift to run 35s.
Awesome.
Now so what this package is this us taking a ZR2 Bison to the next level, and by adding the winch, which is not a factory option.
Right.
We've added the paint appearance package, so this is actually, we have different options of color. This is true paint.
Yeah.
And with the pinstriping, we had different colors.
Nice.
You saw it on the tailgate. The whole roof is that color.
Oh, yeah.
And then the rear bumper lights. And it's, retail, it's a $12,000 upfit package.
Right.
But the recovery points are iron. So these are super strong. So, obviously you don't want to ever collide with anybody, but if you did hit something, the first thing it hits is iron.
Yeah.
And it's the load path of it goes into the frame.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, before we powder coat it, we actually electrostatically combine a coating that helps resist corrosion.
Okay.
So it's actually a little bit more rust preventative or corrosion preventative than your normal OEM bumpers or aftermarket bumpers. In fact, one of the biggest gaps between true aftermarket companies and OEM is two big things. One is like crash testing,
right.
But the other was coatings. It's the coatings against just the acid when something gets gouged. How does it respond? How quickly does it corrode? That's, when you're talking about what I'm going to buy a nice truck and I want to look at a truck, do you want one that's got a chrome bumper that's going to dent and scratch really easy, or a painted bumper that scratches even easier, or something like this that your investment is going to last for years, right? The finish of it.
Especially like Michigan, where y'all have all the salts and sand.
Oh, yeah. Your normal aftermarket bumper, if it gets gouged, it's going to rust.
Yeah.
This is, done for the factory like this, so... Yeah. But that's the same technology we've been doing on the aftermarket level for years on our Jeep and Ram products. So it was such a comfortable, good sort of marriage of us with GM GM coming to us, which was great. They've been amazing. Yeah. It was never this feeling of like, hey, we're the big guys and we're going to throw you a bone. And, it was kind of like, hey, you guys know what you're doing. We really want to work with you. Your name matters in the world for this type of market. Yeah. We want you to help us. And so it's been fantastic. And they've had... thankfully awesome things to say about partnering with us. But yeah, so again, this is the ZR2 Bison. We've taken the 33s off to put 35s on, different offset, paint appearance on the hood, roof, tailgate, winch, and rear bumper lights. Essentially everything the average person's adding to a truck, we're doing it all in one place. You can order one at a Chevy store. It comes directly to us. A few weeks later, it arrives completely done like this, either at the dealership or to your home. Yeah. So yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to share a little bit about our history and what we're doing now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really appreciate it, Cameron.
As a content creator, one of my favorite parts of Overland of America was the storytellers' presentation of their own secret videos.
Let's go where the river's taking us. Watch our channel. I struggle to make a video that's under 30 minutes long. And he's been a great supporter of our event. We're going to have him back next year, hopefully. And listen to what he's got to say about his video. Chris and Rodney and everybody. It's been a lot of fun. I only want to go to events that have lazy rivers from now on. Right. So, yeah, this is my video. The new face of very different one, so it's really cool to see it.
Cooking our standard ribeyes and potatoes. So it's an excellent meal. I gotta get my chef knife out of here. This is what I always use. This is my no box knife. And you know what? I'm gonna cook a little extra in case other folks are hungry, and we'll go from there. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna slice up all these potatoes. I did not bring butter, so these may not be as good as what they normally are, but we got olive oil and we'll make do. So basically I cut them in half twice, flip them over. And what I like to do is I cook these on low. So get the flame going, get the heat going, turn it all the way down. And my thing is I cook to time, so it is going to take about 20 minutes to do. We're going to use a little extra olive oil. We don't want to fry the potatoes. We want to bathe the potatoes. And the oil residue really adds a lot of good flavor, in my opinion. So as you cut them, you dump them. Those will help keep the skillet more cool. And then you're just going to layer on top. Put this up. What we want to kind of do is we want to soak up that oil into the potatoes. Kind of get them coated. It's always better if you use butter, but this will be a little healthier, I guess. Alright guys, so after we do that, we just add a little seasoning. Alright guys, do that, 10 minutes, watch the clock. Alright guys, so while the potatoes cook, we are going to marinate our steak with a little pepper and I like garlic salt. Now I like to really season the outside because we're basically going to sear the outside when we cook it. Flip it after you pat it. Pat it down, wipe your hands, let it marinate. Alright guys, so we just dropped our steak. We're going to give it a couple minutes each side. We want to sear it nice and crisp. Flip it. I like a good rare steak, so that's how we're going to go with this one. Potatoes are done. We're just kind of letting them soak up everything. Keeping them warm over here on this burner while we finish up our steak and prepare to enjoy. Flip it whenever you want. Some people flip once, some people flip multiple times. All depends on the steak. For me, that's a beautiful, beautiful color. What I like to look for is when the meat starts to pull apart. Because again, I like my steak a little bloody. Alright guys, normally I'd use a camp plate, but me being, you know, right here, not doing dishes and all that, we're just going to use a disposable plate. Kill our heat. See that good coating we've got there? Seared on the outside. We're going to kill that. Now, steaks will actually continue cooking with the heat after you take it off, and that's why a lot of people say, hey, let it rest, blah, blah, blah. And then here with our potatoes, turn those off. And we're just gonna take our tongs, serve up our plate here. That looks so good, guys. Look at that. So good. So we're gonna enjoy. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you would, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get the notifications, and keep coming back for more. Once again, we made a 1,000-mile trip out here to Overland of America. We had a great time. We got to meet lots of other content creators, talk to new vendors, and see products we'd never seen before. A lot of good came out of this show. I really enjoyed it, especially meeting all you guys that stopped by the Super Overland Outfitters booth. Our next stop will be Overland Expo East in Arrington, Virginia, coming up here in a couple of weeks, but hope to see you guys there. Once again, I get to share my dream with you, but the true purpose of this channel is help inform, motivate, and inspire you guys to get out there and start building your dreams.
Oh,